DJ Wallah. I got my Jersey heavy hitter brother djtaj in the building, and we got a special guest. Let me see if I can introduce this guy properly. I want to see if I got this right. All right. We're going to call him AB. His name is Antonio Brown. 7-time Pro Bowl. 100+ receptions in 6 straight years. The NFL record. Not too far removed from the Super Bowl. Just announced that he's going to be on Rolling Loud. His album was part of a 3-part capsule that came out on 4/20. He got the exotic cannabis. He got the clothing line. Of course, he got his second project out right now with the all-star lineup. We got AB in the building, Antonio Brown. Taj, I don't know if you got applause, sound effects, and all that, but start hitting that right now.
It's playing right now. It's going.
AB, did I do that correctly?
Nah,
I don't know. Did I forget something?
Amazing.
Did I forget something? And I didn't read it. I know you see the paper. I didn't read that.
Yeah. There's plenty more to get to, man.
So, all right, so let's just start from here because, you know, we just started playing some of the music up here. And I don't even know if people know that was you or not, because usually when an athlete does music, you can kind of hear the difference because they're so focused on their career that music is just a hobby for you. But it seems like this go around, you took this super serious because I can hear the quality of the music and I can hear the growth from your first project. Am I accurate with that?
Absolutely, man. Just, you know, growing, working, continue to just get better and working with other people that can help me get better. So I'm just inspired, you know, taking the craft serious. And anything we do in life, you know, you want to put your best foot forward and put your all into it, especially if you got expectations and goals. So for me, it's all about, you know, being my best self and being the best I can be at whatever I choose to do. And right now we on music, and we're going to put our all into it. The
title of the project, Paradigm. Me and Taj were sitting back here all day trying to figure out how to pronounce it. Because we didn't know how to. We saw a G in there. I'm like, yo, do you say the G? I didn't know how to say it. Paradigm.
Yeah, paradigm.
First and foremost, is that a real word?
Yes.
Can we Google that?
You could Google that. Paradigm is all about your shift in the vision. You know, sometimes in the world we live through our lenses of our own head. So when you have a paradigm shift, it's kind of like you see the world different through your lenses and how you look at it. And I wanted to name my album this because in the midst of everything I was going through, you know, I was having a paradigm shift upon my life and how I look at things. And it was meant to really get me out of my own head. And, you know, because we all got enough magnitude to overcome adversity no matter what it is.
Right.
So I really had to really have a paradigm shift and look within myself and just, you know, go at the core of my being and see how I could become my best self and just not make excuses for what happened, accept responsibility, and just have a better outlook on life to put out more better things of myself and inspire others.
Yo, Wallah, he got a lot of big artists on the album. French Montana, I mean, I seen the baby name pop up on there.
Yes.
Who wasn't it, Favi? It's funny because I heard something that you put the album out you had to hand it into the label or something at like 12 a.m. and you got like the baby verse like 3-4 hours right before.
Absolutely.
Was that true?
Yes. Shout out to my brother, the baby, man. He's a real one. One of my true friends, man. He came over right before the deadline of the album at Traditional. He came over, iced the verse in front of everyone there. So shout out to baby, man. Business is booming. I know his business booming. Shout out for the baby for doing that for me to get the deadline in. You know, a lot of friends and people wouldn't really do that for you, knowing you got a deadline. So shout out to the baby. We're gonna break bread with the baby.
So out of all the artists you just named, Fabio, the baby, French Montana,
Thugger,
Young Thug, Keisha Cole,
yes,
42 Doug.
Yes.
It's one guy you've been hanging around with a lot that we all expected to see on the album.
Yeah.
Kanye West.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to get his verse in for Pit from the Palace. That's actually one of his favorite songs. But he got so much going on, man. He's always full with so much stuff he got brewing, and I always never want to be one of those guys that's on him about doing something for me. Usually whatever he say he gonna do, he does it. But Ye was really behind my album, full production. A lot of engineers, a lot of studio sessions. Hooked me up with Fat Money, who hooked me out with the song, put that shit on. I don't know if I could curse.
No, you can curse.
You can curse.
We can curse.
So, I mean, Ye been a great asset for me, living with him out in L.A. at the Soho for weeks and being a part of his creative process of his album in the midst of working on my album. So I was real grateful for his position. being able to help me put this thing together. And I was really grateful for that. Shout out to Ye for that.
Speaking of Ye, I'm hearing that you are the director of Donda Sports as well.
Facts.
Yeah, you know, when we Google you, it's so much stuff that pop up. Yeah. Sometimes we don't know what's true, what's not true. So I'm like, yo, we just gonna have to ask him.
Yeah, talk to me.
But director of Donda Sports, what exactly does that mean? You're gonna be like an agent? You're gonna be helping artists out?
Yeah,
or you're gonna be helping the athletes out?
Yeah, it's really for the athlete, Donda Sports, trying to focus on the sports side of things. Ye loves sports, but he don't really in tune with sports, so he kind of plugging me in that area to really just manage and uplift the players, you know, give players the opportunity and a better future to control their narrative and to be in the best opportunity they could possibly be in when their careers are over. You know how life goes after your career. Some guys, you know, they veer off, you don't hear from them, or some guys venture off and do their own things, or they lose relationships or the people that they used to work for. So we just want to give people a chance at the success to help them live out their visions, to help them control their narratives, and help them impact them so they could be a future superhero. So that's our mission. That's what we tend to do. We had an event planned for Coachella, but things came up. We was going to do a Donda Sports event, a party, just kind of to bring the athletes together and pioneer the culture and impact the future. Now, not everybody's going to be a rapper. Not everyone's going to be a famous football player, but we could give opportunities for the kids in college, whatever their visions are, to put them in the best position possible. Obviously, Donda Sport is a fashion apparel line. We got hoodies, shorts, socks. So it's a lot of things brewing, man. We could open it up as much, but we're just trying to mainly pioneer the future for future pioneers of superheroes. We all believe that we are superheroes. So when you hear that superhero talk, it's just about pioneer the future superheroes. Because obviously, you know, I'm a superhero.
So is Donda Sport, is that for all athletes or is that just like for a certain sport?
All athletes. Right now we have the high school basketball team you guys probably familiar with. But we're trying to expand. You know, we're trying to expand and give more opportunities and grow and magnify the future hero, the future superheroes. I mean, helping these guys be their best self in management and get the right deals. You know, we could get these guys ownership with partnership. We're making a Ye shoe.
Facts.
We just, you know, we just trying to grow in so many ways, help. You know, we want to sponsor colleges eventually. You know, impact the kids, give the college kids apparel. You know, sponsor the uniform. So there's a lot of things to do with Donda Sports. We got a whole list of things that we possibly gonna be campaigning for this fall. I mean, we're not looking to just sign kids. We just looking to give kids, help them live out their vision and become their best selves. And that's kind of our vision.
So I want to know, the whole world know you as Antonio Brown, a big football superstar. Yep. Do you find it difficult transitioning to this artist now? You know, putting projects out, because that's two different industries right there. Is that like difficult to transition from that?
I mean, life's hard in itself, so it's always difficult when you changing things. You know, people in the world these days, they'll try to label you. You only could do one thing good, or you should just stick to what you do with this. And that's why I'm in this position to pioneer and change the outlook and the perspective of what people say and what they think about who we can be or what they think we can be. I feel like we only get life one time. You got to be your best self, and you got to do what you're passionate about, do what makes you happy, and don't let the world deteriorate you. You know, anytime you're doing something that's never been done or no one's ever had an idea to think about that, you know, they're going to always ridicule you, talk down on you. But, you know, you got to have thick skin. You got to know what you stand for and know what mission you on within your purpose and do that. You know, a guy who always looked up to Albert Einstein always said, if you do the same things over and over, you know, that's a form of insanity. So I'm always just trying to grow and be my best self no matter what I'm doing. I'm always challenging myself, and I'm never letting others dictate how I feel or what I'm doing. You know, I got a mission. I got a right team behind me. I got good people that stand next to me that help my vision come to pass, and I'm just living out my purpose and doing what God sent me to do.
Is that what your label, Cab Records, is about? Is about athletes that want to pursue a music career?
It's about anybody. You ain't gotta be an athlete. If you one of those kids who play high school and football and at a point where you don't know what you're doing with your life, we could give you opportunity to learn business, infrastructure. You know what I mean? We give you opportunity to A&R, engineer. So, you know, we could pioneer the future. Just trying to give people more things to be inspired about, you know, cultivate things together and just help people grow to do what they love.
AB the artist, the rapper. How do you feel about being on Rolling Loud, though? Will that be the biggest stage you performed on? I mean, as the artist. I'm talking about as the rapper.
I mean, I'm always looking forward to the next biggest stage. So in my mind, to me, it's a huge opportunity that I don't take for granted. But at the same time, I got visions for myself. You know, I got my own thoughts, you know, my own reality. And I got to continue to create my reality. So I don't look at it like, whoa, you know, obviously I'm grateful for Rolling Loud, but there's going to be many opportunities, many more shows. I mean, just this is the beginning. So I'm grateful for where I'm at. You know, we got June 18th. We got a show at the Atlanta Hawk Arena, State Farm Arena, and the ATL. So it's going to be a lot of shows. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. I'm just grateful for all of them, and I'm just ready to impact the future superheroes and give people hope. And that's why I started the label, Cal Records, you know. Call AB, cashing all bets. You know,
that's what it stands for?
I'm like, yo, what does CAB stands for?
But,
Call
no,
AB,
but you know, we could put you in the cab. Anytime someone fucked up in the world, they drunk, what do they need a ride, right?
Need a cab.
Exactly. So we just want to put people in the cab and get them to their destinations. You know, whatever your vision is, whatever your motivation is, whoever you are, it could be, you know what I mean? We just want to give people the opportunities to serve their purpose and live out their dreams. And I'm here pioneering it too. But obviously athletes, you know, because sometimes athletes, let's think about an athlete who go to college. Let's say a guy who was senior year, he might not go to the NFL. What did he do? Well, he just go back in his car, ride back to the same high school or the same neighborhood that he was already with. And that's what we're trying to do here, just, you know, give athletes the confidence and give them the back end to, you know, be who they are, truthfully, and to be their best selves. And be creative, you know what I mean? Just because you play football don't mean you have other talents. That don't mean you don't have other talent. So we just want to pioneer the game and give people hope in all aspects.
The fans want to know right now, because they've been mentioning me on the ground when they found out that you was going to be on the show with us, right? Yeah. They've been asking, how long have you been rapping, making music for?
I mean, we used to freestyle all the time. You know, we always did rap since I've been like a teenager from college, my boy Tyler.
Oh, so you've
Reed.
been doing this?
Yeah, it's nothing new, you know, it's new to y'all. I just really got real good at the business side, you know, the media database, you know what I mean, doing things the right way, running the business, you know, owning the publishing, owning the label, having the right distribution with video. So I've been rapping, I just got smarter on the business side, you know what I mean, where I know how to put it together. You know, I know how to, you know what I mean, put it out. You know, I know how to win with it. So that's why we got Cal Records, the pioneer.
Paradigm out right now. I'm going to ask you a question that we usually ask artists, and it's actually a difficult question. What's your favorite record off this project?
I feel like I really can't pick one. You know, I really can't pick one, but I got a lot of favorites. I mean, I think each record have a moment that I could be grateful for. You know, like making the record with Thug down in Atlanta. You know, I think that's a huge moment. You know, pioneer like Thug, one of the great artists of the history, one of those guys who empired the way guys dress right now. Guys wearing tight pants and fitted jeans, you know, Thug originated that. Guys making the choker chains, Young Thug originated that. So just to be there with him as a brother, just to tell him, you know, to give him his flowers of how great he is, how he put in the game other pioneers. And then for him, me and him to make music like, yo, what you want? I'm like, man, I'm on ownership, you know, controlling the narrative, you know, impacting the future, you know, finding the next superhero. And then as soon as I tell him that, he like, yo, where the beat at? And then he come the beat, and then we getting in our bag, so.
Hey, yo, I heard you got the three-part capsule out, right? With the project, the album Paradigm, the clothing. I couldn't even find the clothing line. I was searching for it. I can't even find where to get that from. But from my understanding, your new exotic cannabis is only available on the West Coast. Did you bring any of that for us over here on the East Coast?
You know I brought
Is it inside this go? He got, look,
big bag.
For everybody on the radio that can't see us right now, he got a Goyard bag sitting on the table blocking me. I don't even, what's
big
this, about
bag.
60, 70,000?
Priceless.
Priceless?
I just liked it, so it just means something to me.
So is the cannabis inside of here?
Of course. And it's the briefcase Goyard, the one that could fold up. This is a special Goyard bag right here. It's the business boomer, you know.
I got a question for AB. Now look, AB, when he hanging around us, right? He might be the richest nigga in the room when he hanging around us. Yeah. How do it feel when you hanging with Kanye West and Mayweather? When you talking the top of the top, like the cream of the crop, like these guys got so much money, I don't even think they carry cash with them no more. Kanye West said he don't even have a house. He just be chilling. How it feel hanging around guys like that?
Well, it's a blessing, man. You know, you always want, besides what someone have, you know, people that stand on principles and got morals, and you care about who they are. You know, obviously all my friends, it may seem like they got a lot, but more so they're rich in the heart, you know, rich in knowledge, you know, rich in spirit. You know, Kanye is a music, fashion icon. So to be able to pioneer with him, you know, go more so further than the money, you know, the information that he could teach you just about the branding, the clothes, the gear, the music. Obviously Floyd, you know, what he been able to do in his career as a boxer, to be able to fight himself out the deal, the business moves he made, to beat the guy through the deal, to be able to pioneer, to get those type of deals with boxing. So to be around those guys and have those guys in my corner as my friends is something I don't take for granted, and to go far beyond their money. Because I got my own money. Let's not forget, I'm a $100 million player.
Let them know.
$3 million a year just off the field. So, you know, we all got our own money. And, you know what I'm saying?
Say you at a restaurant. You, Floyd, Kanye, the bill come. Who's reaching for it?
It don't matter.
I know one thing. I'm not reaching, Taj.
No, whatever.
I'm letting y'all hold it down for that.
We got black cards. You know, we got cash apps, Zells, you know, Venmos. You know what I'm saying? We got all that. We ain't even tripping on no bill. We just living the lifestyle, pushing the culture, just trying to impact the future, you know, making the future heroes. All us guys, we already put work in and ran our bags up. So it's all about how we could, you know, make it better for those coming behind us, and how we could, you know, help the guys doing it now to be their best self.
What do you want us to call you, AB or Antonio Brown? Which one do you prefer?
Oh, yeah, my new name, Nutella. I'm the sexiest chocolate man alive, yeah. Call me that, Nutella. Don't even call me letters. Don't even call me by my government. Just call me Nutella. You know, I was just out front. You know, a girl drove by. She was hollering at me out the car. I promise. We got it on film. Like, it was a girl, right? You feel me, Chris? It was a lady right by. She dropped the window hollering at me. So, you know what I'm saying?
You got like 7 phones, so y'all can tell. I've been hearing your phone. It's been ringing all day.
Yeah, I'm a hot boy, man. I'm in the
At the
city,
same time.
You posted that you was in the city. Now everybody like, yo, pull up. Pull up.
Buzzing.
Right. Couple of questions, real quick.
Yes.
Pick one: Grammy or another Super Bowl ring.
That's a good question. You can't have one or nothing. Why can't I have both?
Facts. So you'll see both. You'll say both.
Yeah, I mean, I already got a Super Bowl. I really like to get the Grammy because obviously that's a huge deal. You know, I already got everything in the NFL, from Super Bowl, Pro Bowls, All Pros, highest paid player. Ain't nothing I ain't do under the sun but get the Grammy, so I think I'll go with the Grammy.
Okay. Record music or performing it?
Damn, that's a pretty good question. Both, you know, it's a creative side of both that's really exciting. Cause, you know, creating is like, yo, how it's gonna come together. And then perform, ain't nothing like performing though. I'm still waiting to dive in the crowd, so hopefully we could get that done for Rolling Loud. Hopefully they come with some strong hands to carry me. You know, I've been catching a lot of balls and carrying a lot of fantasy league. I just want somebody to carry me in the arena when I'm performing.
Ooh, talk to him.
You feel me? Just like
Spicy.
You know?
All right, this next question. You can't pick both.
Yeah.
Big Ben or Tom Brady?
Woo! I don't know, man. Them quarterbacks get controlling, you know. They be want to control me like, yo, you got to do this. Listen, man, I'm open.
So in your mind, right? In your mind, when you're on the field, in your mind, are you always open?
Yeah, that's my job, man. Whatever it takes, I'm going to be
You
open.
didn't pick one, by the way. I'm just letting you know you didn't pick one.
Yeah, I can't really pick one. I'm straight on both of them.